Good morning, everyone. My hair is kind of crazy. I just woke up and rolled out of bed and put clothes on because I'm headed to the gym. But I wanted to make a video today and discuss the importance of you in your children's lives. I think that this is an important discussion because a lot of people miss the mark with this. Kids, you are the most important to your kids ever. You will not realize how important you are to your children until one of your parents dies. My mom died on May 6th, and it really made me realize and understand how important my role in my kid's life is. I always knew I was important to my kids for sure, right? But I didn't realize that, the importance for real, the weight of it. My mom was not always super loving, super attentive. Sometimes she left and just took off, and with that, against my will, I guess I could say, sometimes she was inappropriately mad at us for things that were her responsibility, but it was because of her trauma and where she lived, what experience to which she lived, right? And the capacity at which she could love. It wasn't because she didn't love us. She loved us. She just had difficulty. She didn't have a high amount of emotional intelligence to be able to pass on. She was very aware. She could be very understanding. She could be very wise and insightful. But of course, we all have our flaws, right? But so that made our relationship pretty rocky and strained. I didn't see my mom for 13 years before she died. We talked on the phone a lot, every week or every 2 weeks, right up before she died. But we had gone through bouts of not talking and things like that. And I had already kind of mourned my mom because she basically told me she was never going to see me again. So whenever, in 2018, I'll never forget that day. I went up to Red Rocks, and Red Rocks, I live in Colorado, by the way. Red Rocks is a concert venue, and there's hiking and stuff up there too. But I went up there to go exercise and blow off some steam, and I was crying, and I looked up, and the moon was out during the day. And then on the day she passed away, I had to make the decision to take her off life support. And I was crying, and the moon was out during the day. Anyways, but that loss, her leaving, in spite of our disagreements, in spite of our the different things that happened, and I felt like I definitely should have honored my mom better whenever I was younger, because I lived a lifestyle that was not, I drank all the time whenever I was younger. I'm super healthy bodybuilder now, but I used to be a bartender. It's funny because I look back at my pictures and I was overweight then. And usually whenever you're an adult, or whenever you're in your early 40s, you look back at pictures and you see oh man, look how young I was. Oh man, look how skinny I was. And I don't. I look back at myself and I say, oh man, look how unhealthy I was. And now I can look in the mirror and feel good about how I look because I take care of myself very well. But my lifestyle back then was not it just wasn't, I, I wasn't a good daughter. I wasn't a great mom. I wasn't good at anything because I had this thing that was inhibiting me from being a real person, I guess is the best way to say it. And it was my responsibilities and my choices that got me there. But when she left, and I say when she left because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. She left in the physical sense. I don't think that she's all the way gone in a spiritual sense. I do feel her around me a lot. But whenever she left, it made me, like, all of the things that I could have ever been mad at my mom for disappeared. All of the things that all of the mean things she'd said to me, all of the arguments, all of the ridiculous phone calls that we've had, all of it went away. And I just wanted my mom. That's it. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want to be right. I didn't want my ego to feel good. I just wanted my mom. So at the end of the day, like, that really made a big impression on me because that's my kids, right? That's how my kids feel about me. And now I know how my mom felt about us when it came to love and how much she loved us, even though it was strained at times. And I can do all that better, like I can honor people in a better way because of what I learned from my mom. And I can honor the existence of my children and how much they long for my presence by being present, more present for them. Because I know how important I am to them. So just a little nugget of truth and reality for you guys this beautiful morning. I hope you guys are all taking care of each other and honoring each other and loving each other. Have a great day.